Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, One Bit at a Time. I am your host this time around, the man who does not know how to spell the names of mythological figures, Beowulf. And my co hosts with us tonight are the Bad Dragon himself, Draco,
Oh yeah, giggity.
and my favorite side scroller I have never played, Girthworm Jin.
Oh yes, I do not like eating chicken off the bone.
Yes, indeedy. And tonight, what are we going to talk about? What else? Comic book and comic book related motion pictures. Let's
Oh
get
yeah.
started.
All right, uh, let's get into weeks.
Weeks.
Fucking weeks. You see that fucking Mortal Kombat trailer? Holy shit.
Oh
Oh,
man, there's so much to unpack from,
oh yeah.
um, and in a good way. And I hope it's not from rose tinted glasses that I'm looking through this because me being a fan, and I just absolutely love both Mortal Kombat, the first one, and then Annihilation. The second one's terrible, but I just love it. I just it's a cult following for me. It's the one thing I'm crazy about. And seeing something like seeing the trailer that we saw today and seeing the passion that went into it and what we always thought it could have been if the special effects were right was answered in that trailer. And
Mhm.
it just it gave me goosebumps. It made me really excited for the franchise, especially after this last title that they put out, which was so that's a whole nother story. But very, very pleased with this trailer. And reading into it, the director really dove into him adding in fatalities. And guys, the depths of these fatalities that we're going to see in this movie, it's just going to have us giggle like little kids. And it's incredible.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I almost feel like they showed too much. Do you get that feeling? I get that feeling.
I think it only comes from a sense of guarding our hearts.
Yeah.
That's I felt that at first. I was like, "What is all this? This is amazing." But I think it's because we do not want this to fail.
Right.
We want this to be everything and more. And so I get exactly where you come from with that.
Because, we saw Goro, we saw fucking Shao Kahn, we saw a little bit of. We don't know if it's uh Reptile getting his heart taken out by Kano,
That's
but there's.
Reptile.
It looks like a werewolf. It doesn't look like a. I haven't like broke it down and actually looked on fucking high def. I haven't.
I haven't
Uh,
either, but
I
I'm
can't.
fine with that. I don't want to even speculate. I'm fine. I'd rather it still be a mystery to me. I have no problem with
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah, the
Uh,
biggest mystery is when Kano's going to turn on them in the movie.
yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
how does he have an eye laser, which is cool. But yeah, because Jack's arms being the way they are is really good. I that those are actually impressive effects.
Especially because, kind of going off on the side thing right now, we're seeing the effects that they got set up for the Snyder Cut right now, and they are not pretty.
Ooh, now that's trash. Um, yeah, dude.
Well, here's the thing too. What's so beautiful about the scene with Jax, you automatically get allured to what happened to his arms. Now there are different stories to how that happened because actually there's Quan Chi was actually who's the one who's took off Jax's arms from a story that I read. But
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
it's different every single time. Like, I
Right.
think the
Yeah.
first time around, it was straight up voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. You see what I'm saying? But that's a really cool way to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Not probably enough people know, and let's
Oh
go ahead
God.
and just make it clear this time around. And so just to go ahead and just freeze off his arms. Wow. Let's go.
We don't know which loop this Jax is from. Oh shit. That is a joke for no one and everyone. Uh, oh yeah, but yeah, yeah. This it looks good. It looks good. Um, I'm
I
gonna. If I had to make one criticism, maybe two, it would be the the ninja's armor looks a little bulky, just a little bulky. but they do look good. And I need a little bit more Melina. Melina doesn't look as Melina as she should. I'll say that much.
The shot was so quick, but I get exactly what you're saying. And she didn't have the fangs that I was looking for.
No,
She had regular veneers, and I was like, okay. But she was licking the hell out of that side, so I was like, all right. Still, you look scary, but like, yeah, where are your disfigured? When that veil comes off, you are not a pretty look. You are hideous, and that's what we really needed to see. But we'll see how it plays out. I don't know exactly what you're saying. I agree with that.
I mean, she's not supposed to be human. She's supposed to be half human, half Katatin, or whatever the fuck.
Terracotta. Is that right?
Something like that.
Tarkatan.
Tarkatan. There it is. Tarkat. Beautiful.
So maybe the CGI is not finished on it yet. She did have what looked like a skin condition or something. We'll see.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah, I'm more forgiving to that because it was a really quick cut and they can always edit it in post.
that's right. That's right. I will say this: we did not see Katana,
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah.
which
Fucking,
is
Which
huge.
that is, well, I mean, they didn't show us everything. It would be really, really weird if we had Melina and no Katana.
Right.
yeah.
Right. Very weird. We didn't see Shao Kahn, and because I think anytime you'll see a Melina, those two are pretty linked, which is exciting. And again, they didn't show everything like they were supposed to, but that's what makes me excited from the tidbits. Johnny Cage has got to be coming. I didn't see a Johnny.
You say that. You
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, there's the main dude. Like
Cole Young.
Cole Young, but all I can think is Chad. He's just some Chad.
He's a Chad.
Like, why are you here, Chad?
The only way they're going to make this guy work is if they make him actually secretly another character.
Yeah, because if he's just a Chad and he's not secretly like Johnny, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, why are we focusing on him and not Liu Kang? You know?
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm
Right.
sorry. Did I miss? Was Johnny Cage in the trailer? Because I didn't think I saw
No.
it.
He was not.
Okay.
was
Cool.
not.
Cool. I was like, I thought I saw that, especially with Goro. That's probably the dude he's jumping at.
Yeah. Also, I want to see Shang Tsung and how he's gonna work in this fucking universe, because his fighting style and could be the most ridiculous.
It has to be. We got to see some souls leaving some bodies, boys. And I mean in a really decrepit way. You know what I mean? Because that's what he did when he took the souls from the bodies. He just shrolled them up like a bag of nacho cheese.
I want to see some transformations. I want him going fucking into Scorpion, into Sub-Zero, into Reptile, into Rain. Like, I want to see some mix-ups.
Oh, man. How incredible.
Yeah. If we're done with that, we can move on to the Nintendo Direct that happened.
Well, boys, how do you feel about the fatalities? I think that's something that, like, this is going to be a very gory movie.
It's gotta be. I mean, it doesn't have
It's
to
a
be.
fucking
Obviously,
Red
the
Band
first-
trailer, yeah.
The first Mortal Kombat movie was PG-13, but I
Uh-huh.
think this time around, it's gotta be.
It's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, we saw some fucking bloodbending in there. It was pretty good.
One
And-
thing I do want to note, just in terms of expectations of this movie, is I feel like the studio is going to treat it a lot less like a video game movie, and they're going to treat it a lot more like one of the DC products.
Like a comic book movie,
Exactly. So
which is smart
yeah. So make of that whatever you will.
for not DC.
Okay. And there is good and bad. You know, you hope you don't take yourself too seriously, but the product that we saw, that's okay.
Mhm.
Because it's right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. What could ruin that is them trying to do too much Marvel and do too much comedy and jokes for people who aren't like, you know, I'm just not a joking dude. I kill people, like, you know, like that kind of mood.
Yeah. NetherRealm does that balance really well.
That's true.
Don't know if Warner Brothers can ever do that balance. We'll see.
But that's why we need Johnny. I think that's
Yeah,
why he's so
exactly.
important. He's got to be a
Yeah,
good
he
Johnny,
is
man.
Very important to the series.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yep.
Do we know what studios is producing that?
Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Okay.
It's gonna be on HBO
Yeah,
Max.
it's a Warner
There it
Brothers
is.
property.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Sorry, boys. Just blanked.
Yeah. You're a fat cat. But yeah, shout out to Nesto for giving us access to his HBO Max account.
Woo!
I will gladly watch more Harley Quinn animated series and Injustice or Young Justice 3 and now Mortal Kombat.
Thank God that's all on there because I did not like the DC app.
No. No, sir.
Was it that bad?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. You know, that's crazy, too. All this money, all this, I don't know, all the status that you have, and you can't make a decent app just give out your product to your fans and customers, potential customers. It's so lazy to me.
There's some weird blind spots in terms of like developing technology.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I know like having a proper streaming app is hard. The only reason Netflix and Hulu and whatever are doing as well as they are in terms of what they deliver is because they've had the infrastructure.
Right.
Well, I mean, Disney Plus is actually doing very well.
It really is.
In
I'm-
fact,
It is, but I do want to note like the system the product is doing well, but the app is still rather clunky.
okay, that's true. I did just see a patch for it on my PlayStation 4, so
That's a good way of putting it too. And again, I think what worked for Disney is like their content is so ironclad, man. They have a following. There are Disney families. You know what I mean? So like they were already going to ride or die with this Disney Plus no matter what. And I think a lot of that is by default is going into Disney.
yeah.
Having the Mandalorian really helped too.
Yes.
It sure did.
Just to put it in perspective, Netflix has been around for 10 years. They are at 200 million subs. Disney Plus has 95 million.
Right.
So they are catching the fuck up real fast.
Which is unreal considering how many more streaming platforms there are. And that
And-
you're able to
yeah.
get someone to sign up again.
And what is it? HBO Max has 17 million. So that's the gap that we're looking at.
Why does that sound about right for them, though? Think about it. When we were growing up and someone said they had HBO, you was like, what? You rich son of a
No.
bitch?
HBO and HBO Max are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez Louise. So what is necessarily Max?
Warner Brothers content.
Basically,
Okay.
HBO is Game of Thrones and House of Cards and all those shows and
Sure.
some of those, and they get licenses for movies. HBO Max is the America only app where you can get all the shit that was on the DC app plus a few other things that they bought the licenses for. I think South Park is on there right now. But the thing is, South Park has been free to watch on the South Park website for years. So I don't know what they were thinking, but hey.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I guess I don't really care for South Park that much anyway. I don't mind it. It's just
Yeah. But yeah, Snyder Cut's coming. And speaking about shit no one gives a fuck about, BlizzCon is also here, and will be here, and will go away.
yep.
Yep.
Fucking sad what happened to that goddamn company.
Mm-hmm. Mhm.
Do you feel like this was inevitable? Like, obviously, Activision bought them, they merged, and
Right.
now it is what it is. But do you feel if that never happened, Blizzard would still basically be in the same position today?
Um, Activision is the cancer to that company. The trajectory, like, just look at how Bungie fucking flipped when they got separated from Activision. Like, Destiny with Activision versus Destiny without Activision are two completely different fucking games.
That's
It
true, and I guess it is kind of it is weird because it is a different feel from when EA buys something. Because when EA buys something, then the people up top in who's actually creating the content basically bend over backwards to appeal for more money. So they hoist themselves by their own petards, if you will.
hmm
But with
Hmm.
Activision, I feel like there's more active meddling. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, I can definitely see that. And it's crazy because I they have their own convention and people are like, yeah, I don't care. Even like they're telling them to their face that they do not care about their content anymore.
Well, I don't.
I
I
think
really don't.
I think a lot of that is on them and how they've treated their community and fans with the sense of arrogance, like you'll always be here and shut up and just take it. And it's like that's
Yeah.
not okay anymore. There's too many sharks out there who's looking for something to eat, and we're gonna fucking feed them. Like it's ridiculous to have that mindset as a company. And now look at you. You can't get people to your convention to care.
Yeah. For a fucking company who only puts out a product every 6 or so years to go, hey, here's the next product, go fuck yourself. You love it, don't you?
Right.
And basically piss on us and tell us it's golden rain and you should drink it up. It's
It is.
like,
It is really
and
hilarious
that's
when
not
they.
even. Go ahead.
It's really hilarious when they take the IPs, the very very strong IPs they got, and they bring out the next thing, and it completely misses every little thing that everyone liked about the IP.
Mm-hmm.
Wait until Overwatch 2 has that story mode, and that story mode is going to be ass.
And that sucks. That
Dude,
sucks because there's a solid lore behind Overwatch, and that's incredibly
yes,
sad.
fucking. I'm pretty sure. I hope you remember this, Bayo. 5 years ago, we were talking about, hey, how could Overwatch improve? And I was like, story mode. Give me story mode.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I do remember that. In fact, because I think this was around the time they had that one like horde event.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
enjoyed
I even
Overwatch.
call.
I did too. We all did.
Yeah, we all did.
Past tense.
Yeah, past tense. I even back then I was calling out, "Hey, give me fucking multiple loadouts for my character." And that sounded crazy at the time, but now story mode only, Overwatch 2, slightly adjust your loadout for each character. It's like, thanks for listening to me and then taking 5 years to implement it into a game I no longer play. Oof. But
I
yeah,
think I may re-download it though,
it's
to be honest, just to check in on it.
You could always just look
God,
up like the wiki and see
it's
how people play nowadays.
Yeah, that's
exactly,
true.
exactly. It's not worth the fucking space on my save drive.
Wow, man.
It's not worth that space. And then having to delete that again? No.
Right. Well,
Just your Overwatch YouTube channel. Fucking go check them out. because there's that YouTube channel is also becoming sick of their shit too.
That's sad.
Or Dynaflex. Oh, fucking. But yeah. So, from last week, gotta get some dishonorable mentions. Let me make sure I have the list.
Yep.
Because we did not talk about a couple of guys who needed to be talked about.
And if I remember right, the big reason we skipped over them was because they were not live action movies.
You may be right about that. I mean, one of them was.
Ah, all right.
Okay. So, Dark Phoenix, you said they've never gotten Dark Phoenix right. There was at one point someone did do Dark Phoenix right. It was Wolverine and the X-Men.
Really? I actually never saw that cartoon.
Really, it's actually good. It's really good. I'm pretty sure it's on Disney Plus. Yeah. I mean, it's all about Wolverine. It's
That's fine.
It's unapologetically about Wolverine. And they, unfortunately, you only get a hint at 23 in one episode. It's not like Evolution where she had her own entire full episode. But yeah, I think the entire premise of the plot is, or the mystery, I should say, is that Dark Phoenix happened. And I think, because it's definitely Professor X wandering through the desert type shit in one timeline, and Wolverine trying to figure out what happened in another timeline. It's really good. Highly recommend. I have to rewatch it to see just how good it is, or if I'm rose-colored glasses remembering, but
Right.
I think I'm pretty sure it was good.
Yeah, hell, I'll check it out. I mean, I got to do more with my free time other than just rewatching YouTube videos.
Yes, this is true. But that was an honorable mention. Dishonorable mention, the fucking Marvel animes. Wow, they were bad.
Those
Wow,
existed?
they were terrible. Yes, dude. Look that shit up.
I'm gonna have to, friend.
I'm gonna have to.
What?
Okay, so X-Men,
Oh,
I think, was like the
no.
only popular one. But Wolverine had his own anime, and he looked like a girl, and it was bad.
Oh no.
And Blade had his own anime, and it was terrible.
Oh, I'm seeing all the above right now.
Whoa! What the f is this?
And Iron Man had an anime too.
Yeah, I see that 3D.
Now, don't get it twisted. Don't get the Iron Man anime mixed up with the Iron Man Armored Avengers 3D show. That show was good, but that anime was terrible.
Oh no, this is an anime
Terrible.
I'm looking at. I'm looking at, I think that's Wolverine, and that is an anime, man.
Yeah, it
It's
is,
just
dude.
3D Iron Man standing right next to him.
Oh yeah, and they were a joined universe because they were pulling that shit at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was an anime joined universe.
I'm getting a couple of different versions
Got
of this Wolverine because I am seeing one Wolverine. Cyclops looks terrible, but this Wolverine looks kind of badass. He doesn't look soft like this other one.
Yeah, I think the other one is what he's talking about.
Okay, yeah, that I was like, who is that teenager?
Exactly.
Though I do want you bringing up anime and Marvel does make me remember one fun fact. Honorable mention goes to the Spider-Man live-action Japanese TV series where we get frickin' Leopardon.
Oh
from.
yeah, Spooderman.
Yeah, Spider-Man. aka the property that
Mm-hmm.
created the Sentai series, or created the Sentai
Yes.
genre.
Have you guys seen Marvel Future
Okay,
Avengers,
why is
the anime series?
What, Future Avengers did you just say?
Marvel Future Avengers Japanese anime series.
I have not.
Future Avengers?
Yeah.
I'm seeing these
Okay,
children.
Marvel's. Okay, I see that.
See, okay, I do
Yeah,
want to.
that's weird.
I know this is not what
I'm
it is, but
intrigued.
when I first saw it, I thought these like kids turned into the Avengers, and I was like, oh.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I get that. Oh, okay. If it is, I don't think. I hope that's not the case. I hope they. I think they're attempting to treat it like a Young Justice, but I don't know.
Oh no, no, no.
Man, this is some obscure shit we're looking at right now.
Really is. Iron
Yeah.
Fist is in that shot. That's pretty cool.
Wow, Deadpool is. There's an anime version of Deadpool. Holy shit.
Okay. Let's not get too crazy off topic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Because this is interesting as hell. I'm not even gonna lie.
God, I'm just gonna post this in the chat because it is. That's a waifu debate if I've ever seen one.
Okay.
But yeah. Also, I don't know if we touched on Marvel Infinite, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh,
We
smokes.
never talked. We never really talked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can have a whole fucking episode about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So
This is also true. Yeah, wow. That was a gigabotch if I've ever seen
Yep.
one. What the fuck trailer am I looking
you think
at?
they're ever going to make another Marvel vs. Capcom? I really feel like at this point the property's more trouble than it's worth.
I think that they would be stupid not to make another one. It would be to just learn from their mistakes and go, "Oh yeah, this is probably the biggest thing attached to one of the biggest franchises in the world right now. We know we can fuck up, so we're not going to do what we did last time, which is literally make it for cheap and have it be a cash grab."
That's all they did. And he's right. Here's the thing. What's
Yeah.
so beautiful about these games, dude? Remember when these used to come out, how long they would hold their value? How long they would sell for 50 or 6 or 55 bucks, 60 bucks? And you'd be like, how? This game's 2 or 3 years old. But its replay value is literally priceless. Like it is
Fighting games.
it's so good. But like this particular one doesn't
Yeah.
hold its weight because you said they built it like a cash grab. This is not a finished product, man. We don't like this. And
Yeah, and that story mode is
and
atrocious.
you are catering to one of the most particular communities in gaming. So like they're gonna sniff out your bullshit faster than you can say microtransaction. So like I
Yeah,
don't know
Yeah.
why. Yeah,
like
it's a bad move.
They honestly would have been better off not having a story mode. Straight up.
if they had done that, sure, that would. Okay, you make a no story mode but the same characters. That would not fly. People would be like, "What the fuck have you been doing? You only have this many characters and there's no story mode? Like literally, what the fuck
Right,
is
what
this
were you
game?"
doing?
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I guess there was no real proper way to follow up 3 like that because the transition to 2 and 3, sorry, 2, 3, that's even worse. Anyway, hey, with 2, it was a different time period. There was different characters involved, different things that Marvel was pushing, different things that Capcom was pushing. So you make the jump to 3, and it's just a different attitude all around, different characters. It works. But the jump from 3 to Infinite, not enough time's passed. They're still pushing the same things they're pushing. They bring over models from the past game with the same mechanics from the past game. It doesn't work.
it seems like it was so tone deaf. It was like,
That's a good way of
okay,
putting
we're
it.
going to push these characters at this time, and people are like, no, why? No, like, you know what we like. We yell, like, I swear to God, we yell at you every day about what we like. Why aren't you listening?
Oh,
Like,
Capcom
why
knows what you
is
like. It just doesn't necessarily mean that Marvel is wants to sell you what they like.
no? I'm talking about I'm literally talking about Capcom.
All right.
Capcom fans yell at Capcom about what they like, and Capcom ignores the shit out of them all the time. There's no way they didn't know. There's no way.
No, they
It
knew.
they
I'm sure they
they
knew.
have a huge community that yells at this shit all the time.
A random
And it's like,
thing
why the fuck is Arthur in this game? Why the fuck is Bionic Commando in this game?
okay, Bionic Commando as is, that yeah, that's kind of if they're going to go the function argument, then yeah, Bionic Commando is definitely not the best choice.
No.
Yeah, and I guess that is kind of the point there. Specifically that Bionic Commando, because that is well, it's just like how Chris is Resident Evil 5 Chris at that point.
Yeah, exactly. Why the fuck isn't it
Or
Leon?
Devil May
Why
Cry
the
3 Dante.
Yeah, like why isn't Bionic Commando? Just make him a Nero, literally. Everyone fucking loved
Put
Nero.
Nero in, replace Devil May Cry 3 Dante with Devil May Cry 4 Dante, replace Resident Evil 5 Chris with freaking Resident Evil 6 Leon if you're going to go that route.
Yeah, 6 Leon or 4 Leon. Why is Chris even an option?
Because for some reason, okay, we're really getting into the subject of Capcom right now, so this is the last thing I'm going to say, but they're really pushing that Chris is the face of Resident Evil.
Yeah, and that's weird and bullshit.
I agree. For reasons I'll talk about when we eventually talk about Capcom.
Now, let's move back onto the Marvel side of the same argument. Okay, you got Carol in there. Fine.
Push Carol for SummerSlam.
You got push Carol for SummerSlam. Good. Great. Fine. Where's Kamala Khan? Where's Miles? Where's Spider-Gwen?
Well, they pushed Kamala.
Where's Falcon?
Yeah, where's Falcon? Well, they pushed Kamala for the Avengers video game.
Where's Wanda? Where's Vision? Why is Black Panther fucking DLC when he's in the story?
Him
He's
and
literally
That's
in
how
the
I feel
story.
about when they made Melina DLC for Mortal Kombat, and I go, no, don't do this, don't do this.
Like, the only thing I'm going to say on Marvel / Capcom's defense on this one is that Black Panther and Monster Hunter were not characters in the last game. So they could be like, hey, this is a new character with new abilities. But
I'm fine with
yes, they were
DLC
in-
for the Monster Hunter. That makes sense. Not
Yeah.
Black Panther.
Why are you putting fucking Nova in my face? Get that shit out
I
of
don't
here.
know why they're pushing Nova. I really don't know why they're pushing.
But it's only them. It wasn't the MCU.
Yeah,
the
that's-
MCU
that's what I'm saying.
doesn't give a fuck about Nova. Like, why is Nova here?
Instead of making them... I don't know who they could make them, actually.
Doctor Strange, or
Doctor Strange is already in the game.
well, Nova was the Doom clone. Nova was the Doom function. I remember that argument.
But Doom was
But-
also already in the game. In 3.
Exactly. But yeah, they like again. What? They could have just been honest about X-Men. They could have just been honest. They would have been like, you know how the MCU feels about the X-Men right now. They're not going to push it. We're not pushing it. So here's all the characters we can
Right.
push.
Okay.
That's all they had to say.
I got a hypothetical for you. I got a hypothetical argument for
Okay.
you.
Okay.
What,
okay.
What would you
Good.
prefer? How they did it like this, where no X-Men and they're going to ignore having the X-Men in at all? Or they're like, okay, here's Black Bolt. And Black Bolt he's got his scream attack and he's got his freaking, it's like a laser, and then he's got scream barrage, and then and it's basically he's just one of the functions for like Magneto or something.
Oh, he would be the function for Cyclops, easy. Because it's just face coming at you.
Right. How would you feel about that if they just did what Marvel tried to do and replaced the X-Men with the Inhumans?
At least you're trying.
Okay, not the Inhumans.
Not the Inhumans.
Like give us the characters we already love, and if you want to change it up. Like, okay, we can't get Magneto, fine, make it Wanda, make it Scarlet Witch. You have Scarlet Witch, she's in the fucking movie, just do it. You wanted fucking function bullshit, fine, but make it a character I give a fuck about. At least. Don't give me fucking Nova. Don't give me fucking Chris. Don't give me... Where the fuck is Blade? Okay?
No love, dude.
You had Blade at the time. Where the fuck is he? Where's Punisher? Why is Chris in here and not Punisher?
Blade will have his day eventually, my friend.
He better. He fucking better. Why the fuck is Blade on Switch? That's what I want to know. This is the real shit. Why is Blade allowed to be on Switch, but I can't play
Nintendo
it?
has taste.
I mean, you're right.
Like,
You're not wrong.
they have taste. Shit, like that's some of the coolest shit on Switch.
Like, we could spend this entire fucking podcast going through each X-Men and being like, okay, who could they have pushed at the time? This person, this person, this person, this person. Oh, you can't do Mr. Fantastic? There's Kamala Khan. Oh, you can't do Deadpool? Here's Blade. Why the fuck is Gamora even there? Why? Beat it. Where's Miles, dude? Where's Miles?
That's what makes me think.
Like-
I think they were holding their guns. Like now
They were
listen.
pretending. They were pretending that Spider-Man and Venom were not in the game,
with you.
but then they were in the game. And
With you just listing all of them, like I just think they were playing it safe, knowing that they're going to put another one out here soon. Well, not soon, but they're going to make another Marvel vs. Capcom.
I don't know. They better.
There's too much money into it. I don't see why they wouldn't. I truly don't.
Well, that's the thing. Thanos was in that game, and that game came out before Infinity War. Had that story been anywhere near as had that game and that story not been a fucking mess, they could have rode that Infinity War money to the fucking bank. But no, they had to shit themselves before the pop off. They couldn't wait. They could have delayed that shit, actually ironed out a good story, put more characters in, and they didn't want to do it. And they fucked themselves, and now Marvel, and now Blank versus Capcom is fucking poison. Marvel is not poison, but Blank versus Capcom right now is fucking poison. So it's going to be a while before that happens.
I don't know. They do proper Capcom versus Capcom. I think they'll be fine.
Yes, but we know they're not doing that for another 6 years, so. Yeah. We know that's not happening. Again, Capcom knows everybody wants Capcom versus Capcom. And yet, we're gonna get fucking RE Engine Street Fighter with a fucking small ass roster and the same old bullshit again. Capcom's gonna... Your time will come, Capcom. We're gonna have a podcast about Capcom, and your time will fucking come.
Yeah, it's inevitable. We're big ass Capcom fans. I'm a big fighting game fan.
Yep.
Capcom's bad at fighting games at the moment. Yeah, it's inevitable.
And why? Again, you're right. Why? How did we get here? Is the biggest question.
We'll fucking discuss that
Right.
on the Capcom fucking episode.
Right.
Shit. All right, moving on. Why does it say my recording failed?
I see that. It says you need to be on the newest version of Chrome,
What the fuck?
and it says and have at least 5 gigs of free space on your computer.
Is that for all of us?
No, I'm not seeing
No.
anything different.
This looks like it's for you.
Oh,
Oh man.
oh wow, yeah, I have. Yeah, my recording's dead.
Oh
Holy
wow.
shit.
Dude. Okay, we're 40 minutes in.
Uh,
Okay.
All right, we'll stop the fucking
Yeah.
recording and let's see how much.